Good afternoon. Welcome back to Facebook Live and Oneida Live on YouTube. So we're running on both networks now, and hopefully it's coming through on both networks, and you're getting to see us from all over the country. So today is Tuesday, October 14th, and I'm Bobbi Webster. I'm the PR director from the Oneida Nation. Today, our guests are from the Oneida Gaming Operations, and we're always happy when they accept our invitation to come give us an update on one of the most profitable businesses that the Oneida Nation does run, and we've been running for some time now. So we have with us the Gaming General Manager, Louise Cornelius, and also we have with us the Assistant AGM of Finance, Chad Foose. So wanted to talk about what's been going on lately, and I know there's like a big anniversary coming up. And Louise, just tell us a little bit about that anniversary of bingo, and I call it the goose that laid the golden egg back in 1976.
Okay, thank you, Bobbi. This is an exciting week for us. It's the 49th anniversary for bingo, and everybody knows bingo is the stepping stone where we started our gaming growth in Oneida. And this week, Monday through Friday, October 13th through 17th, if you bingo on G49, you can win $4,900. Bingo on any number ending in 9, and everyone at the table will receive $100 bingo pass. Player club members receive 4 times point at all sessions and a free Packer Dauber.
Wow, happy anniversary.
Thank you. Exciting for us.
All right, just to give us an idea of how the gaming industry grew on the Oneida Nation Reservation, I know that you've been involved in it for many, many years, decades. Tell us, paint a picture. How did this start? How did bingo begin? What did it look like here in Oneida?
Well, it started in the gymnasium at the Civic Center in 1976 by 2 ladies, Sandra Bramer Ninham, and Elma Webster. They were the 2 ladies that started bingo. So I had the opportunity to work for them in 78, 79 as floor worker, caller, and so on, and cashiering. And then bingo grew in 1982. They built a new bingo hall, the Irene Moore Activity Center, which is known today. It's on our property by the right across from the airport. And so that was the first development. And then it grew phenomenally in 1991. November 8th, 1991, we signed a compact with the state of Wisconsin to introduce casino-style games. So then we developed a new casino. We built a new casino. We built that, at first, back up a little bit. In 1991, shortly thereafter we signed our compact, we built an addition. It's called the Annex on the Irene Moore Activity Center, 30,000 square feet. And we had put slots and table games in there at that time. That's what we were allowed to play, is just blackjack and some variations of blackjack, slot machines, and video games, and bingo. So those are the games that we offered during that time. And then in 1994, we opened up the main casino, which we currently are housed in. And from there, we had a 7-year compact that took us to 1998. And then from 1998 to 2003, the compact was negotiated then at that time under my former predecessor, Neil Cornelius, which at that time they negotiated to allow all the games into Oneida, all the casino-style games, poker, blackjack, slots, so on, craps, roulette, all the carnival games. And so it was a huge growth, and our compact is perpetual. So that was phenomenal. And then recently in 2023 or 22, we introduced sports betting. That was in November. And so it has grown phenomenally. It's been amazing.
It is.
growth
It's
for
been something
Oneida.
to witness, and if I would have thought, back in 1976 what it would look like here today, I wouldn't have believed the story of success that gaming has played in our tribal history here. And I do recall that back in 1985, after about 10 years of operation, we decided to build a hotel. And at the time, it was advised by our financial advisors, PR advisors, that you want to put a building up that's going to draw people from all over. This is across from the airport. The whole decision to develop a hotel took a lot of planning and took a lot of time. And I recall Bruce King was maybe our treasurer or financial officer at the time, and he told us, you got to bring in some top experts that know what they're doing. So the tribe did that. They brought in a lot of experts, and bam, we built a hotel. And we continued to build that hotel, and it received many awards. It started out as a roadway, and then we progressed to a Radisson, and today it's the Oneida Hotel. So through these years, we had a hotel that was connected to our casino, but wasn't a part of our operations. And now we have consolidated that entire operation. And that was a directive to your operations about 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Tell us how's that gone? Are we all consolidated and one big happy family?
Yeah, Bobbi, I can answer that. I think we would like to think we're completely consolidated, but there's a lot of work yet to do. So just to reiterate, in December 2023, we were asked to consolidate the hotel and the casino operations to have better synergy among us, and so that our customers would see us as seamless. And we started that consolidation process in January of 2024. And during that time, we'd had a great team members, both from the hotel and the casino, that put a lot of effort into making sure this was going to happen and be done correctly. In October of 2024 was the official date that we were consolidated, and from that day up until recently, we're still doing some minor things to make sure that we are all in alignment. Some of the major things that we've worked on was working with the hotel management as well as the casino management, and strategizing about what alignment looks like. How our culture wants to be, how we blend our cultures together. So that's one of the biggest initiatives that we've been working on for the last year. And it's we're seeing a lot of progress, and that progress we're starting to see it in the revenues now.
All right, and things are changing, and that consolidation has created some strengths in maybe the food operations or security or accounting, things like that. Can you tell us a little bit about how it's impacted our food service and maybe the security of our operations?
I believe with the consolidation, we actually have enhanced the security. We've dedicated security staff over at the hotel. We increased the camera coverage on all of the wings at the hotel. So our customers, really like to feel that safety. And that's one of the promises we give to our customers is when you come to the casino, we give you a fun, clean, safe environment to do your gaming in. So we're seeing the fruitions of having that additional security at the hotel. We've been putting a lot of new technology to enhance the customer's experience at the hotel. Some examples are improving the HVA systems so that the fluctuation of temperatures isn't extreme. So we've done a large investment into that area. We're looking at the technology of how you check in. A customer can, in the future, walk up, check in at the desk, check in possibly at a kiosk, or check in on their phone. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to keep up with the times of what hotel casinos actually really look like. So we're going to continue to improve, and top of mind that we always have is what does the customer's experience look like as we do That's improvements.
Right. And I think we have continued through the last 40 some years to continue our operation, and I think it is one of the best, and appreciate for all the upgrades and staying abreast of the technology changes and the partnerships, relationships that have grown. One big partnership was this past year we experienced was the draft, the NFL draft. It was a one-time thing that we'll probably all see. Green Bay was a little hesitant, but they pulled things together. We joined forces with a lot of other companies, and tell us, how did the draft go, Louise?
Okay. Well, the draft was held April 23rd to the 26th of 2025. So what took place is, we encouraged our employees with the team spirit, allowed them to wear, whatever gear they wanted to for their team. Normally, we just only allow the Packer gear, but we did open it up for that week. But from a revenue standpoint, what took place is our gold members knew that it was going to be very busy during that week. So they played really hard before the draft, and then after the draft, they came back and they played again really hard. So in terms of revenue, that April of this year was the most profitable month of April we've ever had in history.
Wow.
The restaurants were sold, did very well, and the hotel was sold out as well during that week.
So, what do you think was the most significant impact? Was it besides the profits?
I would say one of the significant impacts was that our gold members have grown approximately 100 members a year. And so meeting with our marketing team last week, that is phenomenal. That's a 20% increase on an annual basis for our gold members. So, there's new customers coming in, there's people that are patronizing our property. So that's growth. That is huge growth, because it takes approximately 250 bronze members to equal the spend of one gold member.
Wow. So, if I'm not somebody who's familiar with the casino and the membership, tell me a little bit about your bronze members, those levels, and how you can perceive those bronze versus gold. What does that mean?
So bronze members is like your customer that comes in who has a first-time player. You're learning, you're first time playing in at Oneida Casino, and then based on your play, based on how much you frequent our property, how far you travel from. So we use key performance indicators to determine the level of play for our guest. So you first come in as a bronze, and then you can come in as a bronze preferred. Silver is our next category. So the more you frequent patronize our property, spend money there, and then you can move up to a silver preferred, and then a gold. Gold is the highest. So the gold are the players that generate approximately 70% of our revenue, total revenue for the Oneida Nation. So people always ask, why do you always give the gold? Take care of the gold. Well, you know what? They're paying for all of our wages. They're paying for a lot of the programs and services that we offer. So we do have to take care of our gold, and it's very important that we do.
They're your top customers. That means they're our top customers as well.
Absolutely.
So, all right, those are the people who want to spend money. They want to have meals. Maybe they want to golf. Maybe they want to fill up their gas tanks. Those are the people that spend money in our community. And so, you're right. We do have to take care of them. All right. So, as someone who's been a part of the gaming history for many years, and I don't mean to keep saying that over and over, Louise, but we all know you've been with Indian gaming for a long time. If you could say one thing in all these years impacted you most, what was it?
I would say the compact signing in November 8th, 1991. That opened up the doors to grow beyond bingo to allow casino-style gaming to take place in Oneida.
November 8th. I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, that's when we signed our first compact with the state of Wisconsin.
I remember that day.
Do you?
I remember Rick Hill and Tommy Thompson sitting
Yes.
down together on a
Fire.
table. We put a Pendleton over the
Yes.
top of the table, and they signed the copies and gave those signature pens away.
Yes.
You still have your pen?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you still have your pen.
I
All
still have
right.
my pen.
All right. Well, just a little bit of a different angle here. I know probably the last amenity that we have added has been sports betting. And we did that a few years ago. And I'm just kind of thinking, how's that going for us, Chad?
Well, first of all, I know that I gave Louise the wrong date of when it actually happened, so I apologize about that.
That's okay.
Our sports bet booking actually started in November of 2021. And we were the very first ones in Wisconsin to launch. But in 2021, that wasn't a short time frame. We've been working on that for about 4 to 5 years prior to that. There was a process that we had to go through, and when we finally started that process, lo and behold, COVID had hit, so we delayed the process, and then we re-engaged in that process, working with the governor, and on November 21st, we launched our first legal bet in sports bet booking in our temporary area. Then in February 11th, right before the Super Bowl of 2022, we opened our new sports bet booking venue, which is in the old Lombardi's restaurant. So it's still a full service restaurant. It looks exceptional, so if you have not seen it, please stop out and take a look at it. And then in March 13th of 2024, we expanded. So we went into a mobile device where you can use your mobile device to make bets. But it's geo-fenced, meaning that we have a radius around the reservation. So as long as you're within the reservation, with the exception of any school systems, you can make a mobile wager. Now, in order to make that mobile wager, you would have to come into the casino, put money on your account. In order to withdraw any winnings that we'd all hope we would see, you'd also have to come back into the casino to withdraw those funds.
So I can sit in my car outside the casino and
You can
place
sit
my
in your car
bets.
anywhere on the reservation except for a school system and make a bet.
Yes.
Wow, I can go outside the parking lot,
Right here.
one stop.
Well, no, not
Yes.
here. Up
Not
by
here. This
parking
is
lot.
school,
Yep.
but on a okay. Wow, can't make it any easier for me.
So, and with that, we put some expectations out there when we first started sports bet booking, and to date we have met actually because we've exceeded what is the industry norm for a whole percentage. We've actually exceeded the expectations. But from the revenue side, we're right where we expected we'd be, and we have slowly seen it grow over the last couple of years. Now, the limitation really is that we only have reservation-wide mobile sports bet booking. If you look at some other states, jurisdictions, the ones that are statewide where you can do the mobile wagering, they've seen some really good returns and revenues on it. So we're not in that jurisdiction, so we do the best we can with what we have.
Things are going good. It's good to hear. I do have one question, and I don't know if you know the answer to this. We used to know this if we were involved in the Hotelier Association. But the Oneida Hotel, do you know what their average occupancy rate is? I mean, I can remember years back it used to be 88% on an average, but I don't follow it anymore.
I can put out a couple of general numbers. So from the general number side of it, the occupancy way back when, with the amount of rooms we had, was probably a really, really good occupancy. Today we have 391 rooms that we can
that's a lot to fill.
have customers rent out and book. Our occupancy on average, I believe, is right around about 54%. So on the weekends, we've been doing really good with selling out. And obviously during the weekdays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're a little bit more challenged, but that's the whole area as a whole.
That's right.
So we've been doing a lot of reinvestment into the gaming casino customer. And as Louise mentioned, our gold customers drive a lot of revenue for them. So as they're driving that revenue, we're giving them rooms to say, hey, do you want to stay one more night, in hopes that we can generate a little additional revenue on them. So we've seen our occupancy increase because of that strategy.
And we are the official hotel of the Green Bay Packers. We sell out every time there's a home game.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And so we hope that keeps up. You know what? Even when they're losing, we sell out.
Yes.
We've got the best fans in the world, Green Bay Packer fans. So, all right. I don't see any new questions. And I do want to make one more announcement before we say goodbye today. But is there anything we forgot? Anything else you'd like to mention?
Just that we have a big event going on this week, so it's the 49th year celebration. So I would encourage, if you like bingo, come join us.
All right. Chad,
I'm good,
anything
thank you.
overlooked? All right. Mr. Numbers, he's busy on his calculator over there. All right. So the announcement I wanted to make was that the Oneida Economic Support is having a bundle up event, and that's going to begin on October 20th and run until November 20th. And what that is they're giving you an opportunity, they're accepting you dropping off a gently used or new coat, snow pants, boots, scarves, hats, mittens, things to keep our kids bundled up, all different sizes. They're looking for those. And as I said, it'll start October 20th through November 20th. Their address is 2640 West Point Road in Green Bay, and it would be at door number 5. So anything you can get, help them out. It goes to some kids and some families that are in great need of it. So with that, I think we've finished all of our update. Thank you both for coming in. Every time I send them an invitation to come give us an update, they have never declined, and we appreciate that.
Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you.
Yawʌko, nungiwa.
Thank you.